Hey guys, just a quick video on how to tune a violin by ear, okay? Starting with the strings, you have from thick to thin, we've got G, D, A and E. Good way to remember that is good dogs always eat. Now most violins have two sets of tuners. You have your tuning pegs up here for large adjustments and you have your fine tuners down here for fine adjustments, okay? So we're going to start off by just making sure that our fine tuner pegs are all nice and level, so that we can adjust them either way when it comes to fine tuning, okay? So just make sure they're about halfway out, maybe 2/3 of the way out. And it's lefty loosey, righty tighty for the fine tuners, so as a string gets looser it becomes lower in pitch, therefore it's flatter, and as it tightens it gets higher in pitch, so it sharpens. Okay, so once you've got a nice curve on there, we're going to use just a YouTube video. It's nice and simple. It's much better than cheating and using a chromatic tuner. Okay, I'll put the link in the description below to the video. And we're going to start with the A string, so always start with the A string. Okay, so you can hear the A playing. And just try and memorise that sound, la, and pluck your A and try and match it to that. So I think it wants to be a little bit sharper, so therefore I'm going to find the A tuning peg and just turn it clockwise just to sharpen the string. Okay, if you need a refresher, rewind the video. Okay, and now we will move on to the E string. Okay, so it's quite clear that this is far too flat. Okay, so now we're going to have to go to the tuning pegs. Okay, so to find the right peg, you follow the string, it's the E string, we're going to follow it all the way up there to the head, and we find that it is this peg here. So as we tighten these pegs, make sure to push in as well, because it's a wedge shape and it needs to be pushed in order for it to stay in place. As we push, I'm going to support with the other hand here. I don't want to be holding here and pushing like this, otherwise I could break the neck. So and always do it in small increments. You don't want to wind it too far because you could break the string. Okay, so still wants to go a bit sharper. Okay, so we're nearly there with that. Okay, now we move on to the, if you put the video to the start, move on to the G. Okay, so the G string, again, is far too flat. So follow the string all the way up, we have the G peg here. A bit sharper. Okay. And the D string. Sharper again. Okay. So now all the strings are relatively tuned, so we just need to do the fine tuning now. And this again is where it's a nice idea just to get the bow and play both strings together. Okay, so it sounds a little bit out of tune. So I'm just going to go back to the video. I'm going to tune the D. A bit sharper, so I'm using the fine tuners now. Okay, it wants to be a little bit sharper. It's good practice to use the bow as well if you can. Sharper, so tighten it. Okay, we're in place there, and just double check the G string. Okay, and there we go. We have the violin nice and in tune. Now I'm going to do another video as well that will show you how to make sure it's perfectly in tune, because there is a technique you can do and it takes a lot of practice, but it's really good. You can listen to the sound waves and actually get it to match so it's absolutely perfectly in tune. But this is just a great way just to practice tuning by ear, because it's a skill you will need later on. For say if you're playing in an orchestra, you don't have the opportunity there to use chromatic tuner, you will have to tune by ear. So it's a great skill to have. I'd recommend doing it before you play every time. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.